Well, welcome on in, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone's well. Well, we're back for episode 5 of Hoard of the Dragon Queen. Joined by our ever patient and understanding, and we've got to say nice things to him so he keeps coming back, Mr. Sab. Good friend and mod as Average Gamer Wes, which is being the epitome of maturity right here.
Woots made me do it.
Nice.
That's all I'm going to say. Well, actually, what I will say is how excited did Sab sound when you introduced him?
I had to do a little bit of buttering up. You know, we got to keep him around.
Love it. It's like, welcome, Sab. Yeah.
Say all the nice things. Present.
Saving all his excitement for when he kills us.
And he's going to try as hard as he can to do it tonight, too.
Yep. No combat, just please and check all your glasses, everybody.
Yeah, no combat. There's just going to be like a giant earthquake, and we're all going to fall into some giant crevice in the ground that we can't avoid.
Don't give him ideas.
Yeah, I was going to say, you give me lots of ideas here, Wes.
Yeah, if you roll a dexterity check of 38, you'll save yourself.
Somebody will fucking make it.
A natural 40, 2D. Do need
somehow. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't know Seraphina was back.
Hey, Rhapsody has a +3 on her dex as well, so hey.
Oh, God.
I've got a +5 on her saving throw.
Oh my god, can you imagine if, like, Rhapsody is an illusion? Playing the long game.
Drops illusion, just Seraphina standing there. Dun, dun, dun. I thought she wasn't a bard, she's a ranger. Our suspicions were true.
Hail Thorns.
Hail Thorns, everyone dies, bitches.
Hey, this is actually working. I think the Sab would be happy if we just filled the entire session with this. Would be good.
This banter between each other.
I have actually managed to come up with some stuff for tonight, so we might want to get to that at some point.
Maybe.
We'll get to it at some point.
After the break.
After, this 10 minutes of introducing people's over.
Yeah. We can stretch that to 15 for you.
We also need to give Pred as much time as possible to get his head around the recap. Good chat.
Silence.
Think he just died from the bus you threw him under?
He just took that D20 of psychic damage right there.
Ooh. Okay.
He took a big hit.
That's not how I expected it to go down. But
Anyway.
And a nat 20 double damage.
Crit hit. So yeah, we have Average Gamer Wes, twitch.tv/Average Gamer Wes. He's back streaming early hours of the morning in Australia, so
stupid hours.
Go check him out at some time. He's a great streamer, so go check him out. We've got Shay joining us.
Howdy.
There we go. He's having to use his laptop mic, so it might sound a little different. Twitch.tv/ShadyHD for him. Another awesome fella. We've got a Pred joining us.
Maybe.
He's still recovering from the psychic damage.
Ignoring it.
Hey, he's there.
He actually's alive.
Hey.
And then we've got a Woots.
Hello.
Which, you say, I happen to have some dice here. Does anyone know a place where you can get a quality dice box to store said dice?
Ooh.
Don't.
Look at this. Look at the timber. Look at the workmanship.
Look at that wood.
Look at it.
Look how large and hard that wood is.
Oh.
You too could own a box like this.
Very smooth too. Just want to rub my hand along it.
And I
Stop
hear
rubbing
he's
your
getting
wood
a
on
lathe
screen.
at some point too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Apparently I'm getting a lathe.
When that fairly large package turned up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, whoops. So I ordered that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. So yeah, Wooten Forge Gaming. Go check that out for awesome dice accessories. As Wes showed his quality craftsmanship.
Not mine, Woots's.
Well, I wasn't
Actually,
implying that, but
Yeah, if actually on looking on stream, if I point, that's Woots there.
It is, yes.
What are you pointing at? Jesus.
No, I'm pointing at.
I'm not down there.
Well,
he's over the
Well,
other
I
side.
mean,
On the stream, you are.
He's
Oh,
over
okay.
on the street
There,
you are.
there. Down there.
See you down there. Hey, Woots.
That makes
Oh.
more sense.
Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
I think the Brady Bunch was more organised than this.
Yep. Hey, this is gonna look great on, for people in stream seeing this, and for YouTube, this great introduction of everybody.
I probably shouldn't drink Monster at 9:30 at night.
Oh God, what are you doing? Well, both of
Drinking
you.
Monster at 9:30 at night.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You guys are ready. That's for damn sure.
I'm ready to play
Which
my
is gonna be
character that
scratching all
can't say much.
All right. Well, so who did we decide was doing the recap?
I mean, the combination of you could do it if you really want to. See what
You
you
sure it
remember.
was you, wasn't it, Chris?
We could do a group effort.
You just might as well try. See what could go wrong.
What could go wrong?
Right.
As you start with the first sentence, we'll go around the cameras.
Oh,
It's like
God.
the Chinese biscuit.
This could not go wrong, I swear. Sam's
Well,
already
to start
taking
off
psychic damage.
Scratch and Vernon met up with the group after after leaving town late. As a group, we just straight up walk into the camp. Grung was sitting as a rat on Vernon's shoulder. Scratch decided to use telepath with Grung and Vernon to decide on what we're doing and locate areas within the camp. Eventually, we found Ilandir and Laosin. Vizok walked into the group and used Intimidate on the guards to do an inspection of how they were guarding the prisoners. Rhapsody then walks over and inspects the prisoners and casts Minor Illusion to imitate Ilandir and Laosin so that they could wander off and follow Scratch out of the camp. She then casts Invisible Servant to cause a distraction over at the cave mouth. Vizok then intimidates the guards to head over to the cave mouth. As the group, start walking out of the camp, Rhapsody persuades the others to go to the cave mouth. And we manage to escape the cave. We managed to escape the camp unharmed.
Don't forget Pred burnt things.
Pred
yeah,
burnt lots of things.
And Pred burnt a few
Pred-
things
yeah.
on the way.
And
Pred
Grung
burnt
left a
some
nice
fire
little
walls.
trap for them at the gate.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes, and somebody else can take it from there. We met at the
Yep.
camp.
So we got out of camp. We ended up going back to the keep with Leosin. Talked to the governor, who was happy with the small amount of information we gathered from the camp as to where it was and a couple other things. We got our payment, and then Leosin offered us another job to accompany him on... No?
He said he has another job for you in the future.
Sorry,
Not to
okay.
accompany.
Yeah, not to accompany. Okay.
But please, keep going.
Yeah, we had to meet him
Okay.
at some point at
We'll just
El
improvise.
Corral.
He had another job,
Yeah.
and we've got to see him in a
It's-
couple of
it's-
days.
Yeah, he'll tell you more in a couple of days. So you
Okay.
don't know what the job is yet. Because he's still recovering from being in prison.
He did also happen to mention that there were hatchlings in the cave back at the camp as well.
Mm. And there was a dragon worms. What was that one?
Dragon Worm Speaker.
Dragon worm speaker that was supposed to come meet,
Lord.
come question him. We having a couple of days of downtime, we proceeded to get drunk.
Drink.
Although before that, Fisok and Ilandir had a bit of a run-in, a bit of a standoff with each other. It It's ended well. There was no fighting. They toasted ales and are trying to bury the hatchet and get along a little better with each other. Then Ilindir
Visok had a drinking competition with Grung.
is immune to alcohol.
So he's immune to poison.
Or immune to poison. That's immune to alcohol. Same deal.
That was great. That turned out really well.
Couldn't have been better.
So
Ended up with a beer bath too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that you're still holding onto in your sleep.
Mhm.
When they tried to pry it away from you, you just clinged onto it tighter.
Yep.
But I made sure he was propped up so he didn't suffocate or choke on his own vomit or anything.
Put him in the recovery position.
Safe.
Recovery position, barrel in
Good to
his
see- good to
arms.
see
He's
Grung.
fine.
It's good to see Grung's up to date on his first aid course.
Always look after your mates.
Grog is always watching. And yeah, we pretty much, some of us went for a bit of a walk around town, to not much avail. We all ended up back at the keep and actually bathed for the first time in a few days and headed to bed for the night.
I think you went looking for books or something in the library or something like that, didn't you?
Yeah, on the walk around town, Ilindir was trying to find if there was any books left over from the raids or anything, and there was not.
Nothing.
Everything was wiped clean.
And Scratch was hiding up on the roof.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I was watching from up on high.
And then you all went to bed and you had to sleep.
I think that was it.
Best of my knowledge, that was it as well.
Yeah,
As
that's,
it-
pretty sure.
as it-
That's where we
I think
told
that
you.
was where we were up to, yeah.
As is anyone taking notes, so.
Yeah.
The lawkeeper.
We'll, like, at the end of the campaign, just get sent to, like, a printed out book of just the lore of the journey, as written by Rhapsody.
I write notes on the important stuff to actually remember for week to week, but that nothing's really happened yet, so.
It starts
Especially
with,
for your-
well, I got 3,000 kills.
That is
hold
gonna
on.
be literally Rhapsody's
Hang on.
knowledge, just like Rhapsody got 10 kills this day.
She's got a kill count.
Rhapsody got 12 kills this day.
I think you just need to add that to Stream Crush.
A Rhapsody kill counter.
Should
Just
probably
have a Rhapsody
start an
kill
official.
counter.
Yeah.
I'm up to 27 so far.
Jeez.
Now this is a question for the chat. What class is Rhapsody playing? She's using a longbow just for a hint.
Okay.
I love how this is just derailed so early.
The
It was derailed
Rhapsody,
before we
the
started.
Rhapsody, the not bard.
That's it. Well, I mean, she specs she could be a bard, she could be a rogue, she could be a ranger. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she said she's a bard, but
Definitely a
Ilindir
ranger.
has doubts.
Calling her now. It's Seraphina in disguise.
Wait, has someone checked her for illusion? The whole time she's illusioned herself to be Rhapsody.
Sooner or later, we're going to get hit with Hail of Thorns.
Possible.
Sooner
I mean,
or
you
later.
never know what I've got rolled as a backup character.
Unless he's got a character in that back up the character creation campaign.
I've got two in there, actually.
Oh, that's both your characters, is it?
That's both my characters.
Okay.
I feel like the rule should be if you die in campaign and have to re-roll another character, you should just have to hit the random
I'd be up for that.
and then just deal with it.
Oh, God. I could do that.
It's a good improv exercise.
Yeah, it's gonna be big guy all over again.
Wait till you see what I'm running for the one-shot tomorrow night. I'm not going to say on stream because I'm going to leave it for a little bit of surprise, but it's not a class you'd expect. Not a combination you'd expect together. Anyway,
There you go.
Sam, do you want to kick us off? Before we
the
keep getting
tone.
distracted.
I suppose I could set us off. Scratch, you're still up on the top of the building?
No. I hopped down in when everyone went inside. I climbed in through a window. I think, and then we all went to bed, didn't we?
Mm.
I just wasn't sure where you were.
No. I
And
can't.
Visok is still down in the main area, asleep under the table.
Yep.
Passed out. No one moved him from there.
We tried.
No.
Or they tried, but I don't think they could manage it.
He's very strong.
Mm,
Oh,
He has his ale. He's fine.
very big.
Okay. So during the
You're
night,
in. Are we in the inn? Sorry.
these are in the keep.
Mm.
Okay.
These have a room that you've used previously a couple of times now in there. So we're going to start off with. Let me see. I'll roll 1d6 because I've got something for each of you for this. So
Oh.
Oh, we have to roll a
Okay.
d6? Or...
I am
DM.
rolling a d6.
Oh,
to
you're
see
rolling
who's
DM
first.
secrets
Sounds like storyline.
Yay!
or fireballs.
While you sleep, a wizard opens the door. Bam,
No,
bitches!
that's 8d6.
Yeah, we each get part of that damage.
Okay, so we're starting off with Visok. So Visok, you're having a dream, and as you're dreaming, you see your chieftain appear before you in what was your, well, it is your village, your clan village, still before you. He beckons you over. Do you approach him, or
yes.
it is good to see you back, and good to see that you are doing well for yourself. But
How is this possible? You are dead.
This is just a dream, but I have come to give you a warning and something for you to do in time. We need you to return home at some point and drive out that which has now claimed the land here. You're not ready for it yet, but trust in your new friends, your new traveling clan, and they will help you, and you will help them in the hard times to come. That which came and took you inadvertently led here has come back to claim this for his own. You and your friends must drive him out when the time is right.
Return. Shall return.
And I'm going to turn you up. I can't quite hear you tonight.
I shall return when it is necessary.
And I shall appear before you again to tell you when I believe yous are ready. But until then, stick with these and grow stronger. You have a very hard and difficult path ahead. But for now, be well. And he starts fading away. So who's next? Rhapsody, you're next. So you're drawn into a dream, and in it you see, and I want to get this right before I say it exactly. Where'd I put your backstory? You see your two daughters playing around the caravan as you're preparing to leave one day, along with your husband. You recognize this day and what's going to happen, but you can't pull yourself away from it either. You see that your daughters are happily playing around with the people who are preparing to tear down the camp and leave for the night. Preparing to leave. As everything's finished getting taken down, you hear the sudden thudding of bodies hitting the ground as your caravan is ambushed. You see, just before you get knocked out, your husband fall before you trying to reach to the girls. And as far as you remember, that is all you saw. But in your dream state, you hear the muffled screams of your daughters as they are getting taken, as somebody, you still don't know who yet, has taken them and taken off with them just after they knocked you out, leaving their note and then disappearing as you hear your daughter screaming off into the night. That's all for you.
That sounds more like a nightmare than a dream.
Yeah, dream, nightmare.
What, you
I
don't dream of children dying every night?
Not my own, no.
Oh, damn, I think I need to see a doctor.
Although that being said, it's a very familiar dream because it's probably one that I've
would have had a few times.
had a few times, but that little piece of extra information of hearing them screaming is not something new.
Next up, it's going to be Scratch.
Orders?
Hmm.
Did birds dream?
This one does.
I do now.
Whether it's a dream or nightmare, it's up to your interpretation of it. But
Judging, knowing my backstory, I'm going to assume it's probably pretty dark.
yeah, you have a dream of you getting your orders to go and find the golden brooch
Mm-hmm.
from one of the local residents. But when you snuck in, you see your two brothers get viciously killed by the guards waiting there for you. And you screeching off into the night, you running off into the night as you watch them. But in your viewing of this time, you see yourself running away. But you're still there. As you see that your brothers didn't quite instantly die as you had thought. And before you know much more, you're taken away from your dream. So who have we got left? We've got Vernon and Grung left. Vernon.
And Ilandir.
Oh, sorry. Good point. Sorry.
I thought I did dream. I was like, okay, I guess I'm not having a dream.
You can get pulled into a dream sequence even as an elf.
Yep.
I'm half elf, so it doesn't count.
Half dream sequence.
Half trance, half dream sequence.
Vernon, you have a dream of your mentor. Yep. And you know from your experience it is your last hunting expedition that he went with you on before the hunters became the hunted, and the goblin pack you were hunting turned on you and viciously slayed your mentor as you managed to make your escape in the end.
It was a bad day.
What you weren't quite ready for was, in the dream, you see a dark shape further out, directing the goblins that you were unaware of.
Dark shape. They were being commanded.
You can't quite know from the dream, but you get the sense.
Has anyone ever created a happy backstory in D&D?
I'm sure there has been.
Yeah, mine's not sad.
What are you talking about?
It
Yours is-
will be.
I think mine's the other one that doesn't have death or something in the background.
Right.
Fred's like, thank God that mentor's dead. What a jerk.
That's life of a mercenary, isn't it?
He was
Yeah.
going to make you do 100 push-ups when we got back to camp. Fuck, no, did I do
Wait a
it?
minute. Wait a minute. The dark shape that was directing the goblins, was that actually Pred?
That was all just...
Was that actually Vernon? Is this the weird twist on a twist?
Maybe.
You don't know.
Whoa.
Okay, so it's Ilandir and Grung left. That'll be Grung. Grung,
Oh,
while
no.
you're sleeping, you have a vision of Saloon appear before you.
Ah, Moon Maiden.
In time, you will have to return home to the swamp. But
Home.
yes, it is far away. It will take you a long time. But there is no need to rush. For the moment,
No need to rush.
you're the last of your ones from that pond now.
Oh no.
I'm afraid so. But before you go, you have to find a special plant to take with you to re-cleanse your home. And she pushes into your mind a picture of a plant that you'll have to find. It is still far
Plant.
away, and it will take you some time. You are not ready to go there to retrieve it yet. In time, I will appear again and tell you more. Until
Okay.
then, take care of your new clan.
I will.
She
I will.
fades away from she fades away from your vision. And Ilandir.
How's that for a traumatic backstory?
Hey, look, you all chose tragic backstory, so I didn't make you do any of this. You brought all this on yourselves.
Sure.
God, we're dark.
Yeah, you
Apparently
got
none of
brothers
us-
being murdered, you got kids being kidnapped, you got a clan that's been wiped out.
apparently
Actually, you
none
got
of
several
us are
clans that
happy.
have been wiped out. You got a mentor that's been killed.
What are you going to do trying to find out what his dragon scales mean?
With a dead mother.
Yeah, that's natural. Yeah.
Man, we're really going through some trauma here.
No wonder we drink.
I'll speak for yourself.
Well, I didn't. New campaign, new me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Can't play two drunk birds.
Ilandir, you have a vision of a woman appearing before you. You vaguely recognize her.
I'm like, who are you?
You do not recognize your own mother?
I was only young when you died.
And your father never told you of me, I'm guessing.
Unfortunately, he didn't have a lot to say. He closed up a bit when you died.
he knew far more than he was willing to tell you. But I'm here to direct you. Some of the information you're looking for is to the north from this place. But do not rush to collect it, as it's not going anywhere anytime soon, and you are not ready for it either.
Where
And she
north?
starts to recede.
Where?
She
Where,
starts to
mother?
recede.
Where? Tell me where it is.
You will know in time. That's the end of it. So either way, you all get a long rest. I can't remember if we said that at the end of the last time, but you all had a long
Yeah.
rest now.
I suspect we did.
Yeah.
Not a peaceful rest, but a long one.
Yeah, no, for some of you, definitely not a peaceful rest.
Ylandir wakes up and just kind of sits up in his cot, just vacant look, just staring off into the distance.
Isn't that his usual look?
God damn, shots are fired tonight, aren't they? He's had some
And
shit
we're
happen
away.
to him the last couple of days, okay?
He's seen things, man.
he's... Give a guy a break, he just saw his dead mother. So yeah, just like sits up, just vacantly looking around, just processing what he saw.
So are we staying in? Have we got our own rooms, or is it
You're
like
all
more
in the
of-
same. You're
Well,
all in the same room.
like a
It's
It's like a
dormitory?
barracks.
Like a
Oh,
barracks.
yeah, sweet. Okay.
It is a barracks. So it's not like a barracks, it is a barracks.
Like,
You know, some guards were killed.
Howler, clang, howler, clang.
What is it?
Scratch, you're right.
Scratch.
Howler and clang.
Who is that?
Not dead.
No, you're not dead.
Who are they?
Brothers, howler, clang.
Yes, we've heard you say those names before. Why are you saying their names? What's happened?
Okay. Have this egg. Take it.
Not dead.
Not dead.
Maybe alive.
Calm
What
down.
makes you say that?
Saw them. Oh. Oh.
When was it you saw them?
Just now.
But you
Clearly
were asleep.
frazzled. Clearly frazzled. I hop out of bed and move to a window and look outside.
Scratch, did you have a dream about your brothers?
I
Maybe
saw them.
get him to cast his psychic message if you want to more
Have an
succinctly
intelligence
communicate
conversation.
with the bird. I'm going for breakfast. Vernon leaves and heads downstairs.
What time is it?
It's early morning, so it'd be breakfast time.
Obviously, why I went for breakfast, Bruce. Come on.
I thought you just woke up in the middle of the night.
Just like, I'm
I
going
didn't
for
have
a midnight
breakfast.
snack. Where's my
I'd do a
dried
midnight
meats?
snack, and I'd be stealing your eggs.
Oh, you can have an egg.
I'm gone. You offered an egg to someone else. I'm off to find my own food.
Very
Hearing
well.
a bit of commotion behind me, I will climb out the window and back up to a perch to process what's just happened.
I'm sorry, I
I'll make
missed.
my way down. Slowly, a bit rattled, trying to process what the hell just happened.
Yeah, Rhapsody wanders downstairs to get food, but after seeing Scratch and his reaction to the evening, I don't feel quite so bad that I've seen, that I've had the dream that I did. And yeah, I do wonder about the fact that I was able to hear the girl screaming, but I know that I didn't actually see that because I'd been knocked out at that point.
Rhapsody, are you okay? Seem a little off.
I had a bad dream last night. Um, I believe I told you that my husband was killed and my children were taken from me.
Yes, yes.
Last night I had a bit of a dream where after I'd passed out, I'd seen my husband died before my eyes before I passed out, and then but after I passed out, I don't remember anything. But in my dream last night, I could hear them screaming as they were taking my girls.
Oh, this is not good.
Hearing this, Vernon wanders over to where Rhapsody and Grung are. I also had an odd dream last night. My mentor, he trained me, raised me. Everything I know for him. On our last hunt, he was killed by goblins, which was unusual. You know, we'd taken these contracts hundreds of times before, slayed thousands of goblins. But these ones, they managed to kill him. And last night, I dreamed of that same fight again, but this time there was a shadowy figure in the background. I do not remember a shadowy figure in the background. You've had a dream. I've had a dream, both with information that we don't remember or couldn't know. Grung, did you dream?
At this point, Ilandir will come in and join the group as well.
Yes, I did. Did not have good sleep.
Oh, so it's
Yes.
not only me who didn't have good sleep.
You
Maybe the
dreamed
beds were not good or something. I don't know.
Sorcerer.
So-
Do you know of any hexes or curses that could be placed on a room to make the inhabitants dream?
Wait, you had a dream as well?
We all did. Rhapsody, Grung, and I. Clearly Scratch.
Scratch.
You know,
Sh-
there is
shall we
some
go and,
poison. There is poison that makes you have very strange dreams, but usually it does not work on grungs.
Is it Grung poison?
No. Otherwise, yeah, I would not have had one.
I'll admit, hexes and curses are not really my area of expertise. We're all in the room. Is Visok awake yet? Should we go find him, see if he had a dream here in the room? Yeah, here in the dining area?
Yes, certainly. And I wander over to the last place I remember seeing him passed out under the table, cuddling his cask.
The Grong bath.
Yeah.
You awake at this point, Visok, or you still sleeping?
Oh, it's not. They're very much still asleep.
Fair enough.
Perhaps one of you guys should wake him up. I don't want to cause any more issues.
It's fine. Let him sleep.
Well, if we all had a dream in the room,
I'm renting a different room.
perhaps. I do happen to know how to look for magical items and that within an area. Perhaps I can scan the room and see if there's anything in the room that might have caused our dreams.
Crush, you know that magic can't influence you to go to sleep and have dreams. In that regard.
Okay, I know that.
As a half elf.
Okay.
As a half elf, you're immune to it. To magical dream effects.
Yeah, you're immune to sleep effects
Yeah. So
and being charmed by
Oh,
magical
yeah,
effects.
magic. But it says magic can't put you to sleep. Does it also mean it can't affect you while you're asleep?
it doesn't work though. Yeah, you can't because it's affecting you while you're asleep. It doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I
At
didn't
least
know
that's
that.
how I'm. At least that's how I'm ruling it at the moment. So
All right. So,
because there's a chapter later on in the story that says specifically elves and half elves don't get affected by this. So
right, too easy.
Yeah.
I will rephrase that and go, well, I don't think it was anything magical, like a magical item or spell or something, because unless there's a gotten way around it, I've never been affected by something that could have, like, never had something put on me that could affect me while I'm asleep. People I've tried before. Rather perplexing. What did... Sorry, I came into the conversation late. What did everyone dream of? Was it personal, or...
Yes.
Yes. Basically, I relived the night, the time when my husband was killed and my children were taken. However, I remembered a part that I wasn't actually conscious for.
Interesting.
Vernon said he had something similar with his, that he saw something that he hadn't seen at that particular time. An image from a time that is a remembered past.
Rhapsody speaks truth.
Grung, well, at first, Grung, I was having a happy moment. Grung spoke to its god. The first time in a long time. And fortunately, she delivered some potentially bad news.
God delivering bad news cannot be good.
What news
Without
is that,
even
Grom?
realizing. Oh, sorry.
Well, seemed to think that there was not much point in going back home. So my tribe was no longer. But
You are welcome here, Grom.
Yes.
I don't know. It seems like more than ever I want to find out what happened to them, but I don't know where to go. I don't know where to start. I don't even know where it is from here.
Start with coin. Earn coin. Always necessary for a long journey.
No one realizes, but Scratch has been just off to the side listening and says, "This one will be easy. All you need to do is go in at night and take the golden brooch. No one will even be there." I bet they taste like chicken. Get 'em, boys.
Scratch? Are you okay?
Howler and Clang. Brothers die.
Did they die on a job?
Mm-hmm.
How long ago?
Many, many moons.
Earlier in our room, you said they might not be dead. What makes you think this?
Last night, Scratch see them. Scratch see
Did you have a dream that you saw your brothers?
Yes.
It seems we all have been affected in some way and had a dream last night of things to do with our past or things to do with our present. We are yet to hear from Vizok as to if he has been affected by this or not. It may have been centralized on our room, or it may have been our group. Until he wakes, we can't tell.
I will go wake him. Make sure he's okay.
Scratch starts pecking at Visok's forehead.
Hello? Visok. Wake up.
Maybe he needs one of your eggs, Grung.
Oh, that's a good idea. Good idea.
Yes, we want a big happy family.
1 second. I'll just Okay.
What?
Eat this. Quick.
Eat when feel bad.
Stick it in. It, before I realize what's happening, there's an egg in my mouth, and I
Yep.
crunch on it and then spit it out like.
It's good, yes?
Ugh.
How are you feeling?
This. Why do we have this frog as part of it? I
Oh,
thought I was getting to like you, frog. No, I am not so sure.
now you love me. Come and
part
join
of
us
the
for
tribe.
breakfast. Come on, we're eating food. Come on.
I think if I have any food, I will just make you a different shade, more green.
That's okay. It's okay. Come and sit down.
Get out from under the table reluctantly. The light hurts.
Come.
It's incredibly bright for you.
Did you dream?
What?
Dream.
I think I had too much beer is what I think. I drank no more than what should be expected when you drank as much as I did. Why do you ask? My bird friend.
We all dream. We all dream.
We all had a rather interesting dream last night, and I'm wondering whether it affected you as well.
You all shared the dream. That's quite bizarre.
Sorry, different dreams, but we all had a very personal dream last night that we're not sure why we had them, but we're wondering whether it's affected just our room or whether it affected you as well.
I may have been affected by such. I thought it was just the ale, but maybe not.
Did all your gods speak to you?
Only the dead ones.
What did you dream of?
Think that is none of your concern, wizard.
We all had very bad dreams. Very bad.
Seems like mine was in kind then.
Yes, we've all either had dreams that involved seeing images of our past, reliving events, and seeing things that we didn't perhaps see at the time.
I had dream.
Perhaps Grung said he saw his god.
Yes.
Perhaps it was some guidance from the gods as to...
I have heard about gods coming to people, visions and dreams, but never all at the same time. That's
and
very unusual.
different things, different images to each person.
I do not know what to make of this.
Roll a religious check, Woods.
Mm. Where am I? Religion. Oh man, -1. 6.
Okay.
I do not know anything about this, actually.
Safe to say you're not proficient in religion?
In fact, I only know of one god, and I don't really know her that well.
Would I know anything from my backstory of like looking for knowledge on like how draconic things are made? Might have I stumbled across something?
Not for this, no.
Not for this. Perhaps we ask the governor about it, see if it affected anyone else in the keep?
It couldn't hurt to ask.
Or governor.
We'll try and keep it a bit more civil in front of him today, I suppose. He got a bit of a shock with everything that happened yesterday.
Yeah, as long as you'll start speaking a little quieter, please.
He's probably got more important things to do than worrying about some random people's dreams.
What should we do?
Well, you can go interrupt him if you want.
Must find brothers.
Roll perception checks for a second for me. Everyone who's sitting and having breakfast.
That's fucking better.
Not a good start.
Natural 20.
11.
Okay.
11.
24.
Okay.
Grung sees all.
15.
Once more.
15.
Okay, so Grung and Visok.
I got a 20.
Damn.
And Vernon. Use, while keeping one ear on your group, use also hear in the immediate vicinity. You don't hear anybody else discussing dreams. They're all just talking about what they're going to be doing to help recover from the raid that happened a couple of nights ago.
Nobody in this inn is discussing dreams. I think if everybody in the town had had dreams like ours, that would be hot topic this morning.
No. Grung can hear the whole town, apparently. Nobody, literally nobody, is discussing dreams.
Grung sees all, Grung hears all.
Everybody is speaking too loud.
Yolandi will make it like actually make a attempt to go quieter for Visok can go. Well, if no one else is talking about dreams, perhaps we should keep it to ourselves. Don't know if it's something we should go and spreading that we're having dreams, especially what's happened in this town lately.
Do you have, well, when Grung was in the tribe, was training to become magic person, a shaman who could, you know, help people with their problems and dreams and things. Only really just started, so I don't know much, but do we have anyone like that here? Maybe help us understand what all of this means.
I have the knowledge, I've looked through my books, but I've not that kind of knowledge.
I mean, like, in this town.
Oh, in this town.
You can ask the innkeeper.
The keep. Oh, you're in
The-
the keep
we're in
like
the keep.
forecourt at the moment. Yeah. That's where everyone's eating at the moment for the whole town, pretty much.
Perhaps to see the governor and see if there's anybody like that in town. Just say we're looking.
Poor governor.
I don't know. We'll need to come up with a cover story so it doesn't sound so obvious as to why we're looking for him.
Can you imagine if your town was under siege by dragons and cultists and burnt and looted and some random people came up and said, "Do you have any shamans in this town? I had a dream." Excuse me. I'm trying to reorganize my town here, people.
Brother, please. My God.
Could I use prestidigitation to make a sensory effect around Vizok that dulls the light slightly and dulls the sound around him, but just around his head, just so that he can hear things slightly easier?
Why would you want to do that? How will he learn to not drink that much?
Yeah.
I think he is
Me.
learning now.
You coddle him. What if the cultists came back this morning looking for the monk and the sorcerer?
Cultists
He
came back
drank
this
all that
morning.
last night and was passed out under the table. You're very
But they-
useful.
I'm not sure if I like your tone, brother.
Life lessons hard learnt.
Sometimes we all need a little drink.
You're
I'll let you do it.
not talking about a little drink, though, are you, Frog?
Well, he is very big.
I'll let you do it as.
Hardly
Alright.
half orc sized.
I'll let you do one or the other, not a combination of the two. Because if you do one, then the other one will take because it'll override it.
I can have up to three effects at once.
Presentations. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
All right.
So for an hour.
Yeah. I do it on the quiet so that the others don't actually notice that I'm doing it, and I'll cast prestidigitation so that there's an area of effect around Vizok's head, so that it's not quite so bright to him and it's not quite so loud, so he can at least start his morning in some relative peace, and hopefully his body will metabolize sooner rather than later and he can be back to normal. Hopefully before the spell ends.
You sure you don't want to try this egg? Very good for curing these sorts of things.
I know it's got cure poison, do they?
Oh, no.
Not here anyway.
Cure his own poison with lay on hands.
Technically.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got purified food and drink, but I don't think that's going to make a difference now.
I don't think that's going to work on
much.
him. Unless you're going to eat him afterwards.
Maybe for next time.
Yeah, remove the poison from the alcohol for him.
Just turned
He probably
into...
won't like it.
He's drinking wine, just turned into grape juice.
Start cheating and drinking contests.
Yeah.
Keep that one in
So
the back pocket.
what are we doing today?
Hassling the governor, apparently.
We must find brothers.
Oh, yes.
We will, Scratch. But perhaps I should try and find some more information before just running off.
Do you know where your brothers are?
Westgate.
Westgate. I don't know where anything is here, so...
Where is that?
Ironically, to the east of you. I don't know how that works, but yes, it is to the east of you.
West East Gate.
Is it a fair distance away?
Let me just check this. Taking the roads to get there. It would take you
3 months walking.
Take you a cat's tail to get there. See, right there.
It is 735 miles away. So
You're not getting there
it'll take you a
anytime
while.
soon.
Not by foot.
Very
Number of
far.
months.
So my 3 months by foot is probably an accurate example.
Probably. I can't remember how fast.
Yeah, how fast can we travel?
Walking speed. You can travel 400. You can travel at normal pace 3 miles a day.
What? Really?
Yep.
Oh,
Don't forget,
What did it
it's
say?
not.
700 and
fuck, do we
700 and what?
leopard crawl? Like,
What? It will
We
take you
just stand around
244
and talk
days.
shit a lot of the time.
holy crap!
Don't forget,
man.
there is no actual roads. You are walking through what is generally swamp and.
Yeah,
I could just see Prince Army mind just blown at that.
Yeah,
Holy
that's at normal speed. That's at fast pace. You can do 4 miles a day.
Oh,
You do
man,
400
so
feet
we're
a
like
second.
hopping at that pace.
Then we lose stealth and stuff like that.
That doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound right because
That's
I'm
a
pretty
very
sure we can
short
walk
amount.
more than 5 kilometers a day.
But we always stop to like talk shit all the time.
I mean, we could probably walk 3 miles an hour.
And look for dried meats and ale all the time.
Yep.
Holy crap!
Or turn
man.
into the half-orc dwarf Aarakocra fucking stack.
We end up going the wrong way and coming back again.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
no,
we'd end
it's-
up at the castle we're supposed to be at.
Sorry.
No.
That was per hour. Sorry, you can do 24 miles a day.
Yeah, that's a little better.
Yeah, so it'll
That's
take
a
about
normal.
it'll take
How
about a
many
month.
kilometers is that?
Almost 40.
It'd take about a month to get there.
500 foot, yeah.
Well, perhaps that's a bit far to go right now, Scratch.
The place that he's asked you to meet is actually not that far.
We're meeting him.
Leosin.
Aren't we meeting him in? He's coming to us in town first, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he'll meet you before he leaves, but he's already told you he wants you to meet him afterwards up at Leosin. Elthorin.
Elthorn.
Elthorn.
Yeah, that's right.
That's only 230 miles away.
What was that place
Is it
called
in the
again?
same
Sorry.
direction?
No, Elthorn is north, just north of you.
So you said this was several years ago that you thought that they died, Scratch.
Many moons.
Yeah, he said moons, not years.
Moons. Many moons. There's nothing. If they did survive, perhaps they're not at Westgate anymore.
Last place I saw them.
Did you have a home of some sort that they may have returned to?
Maybe.
Base of operations,
Maybe.
perhaps?
Scratch left. Never went back.
They may have thought you did.
I saw them die.
Well, perhaps for now. So the caravan was it coming today or was it tomorrow? It was
Couple of
coming-
days.
Couple of days.
Couple of days away. As far as you are aware. As far as he knew. So what do you want to do? I'm assuming you're eating breakfast at this point while you're having your discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Grung has never been in a town before. What do we do?
There's not really a whole lot left of this town.
This is the best town Grung has ever seen.
Well, you're in for a surprise when you get to some other towns, Scrum.
Perhaps we can go to the governor and see if there's any help we can do around town to try and help restore things.
See
That
nothing
would be
better
a
for us to do.
use of the governor's time.
Hmm. Scratch can steal things.
So what's the
There's
area
nothing left to
surrounding
steal, Scratch.
What's the area surrounding the town like?
Hmm.
Farmland.
Is it woods, farmland? Okay.
Woods and farmland. Woods in, farmland into woods further out.
Maybe we can look for people that need help with things.
Sounds like a plan.
We can do that.
He'd be sitting
Otherwise,
around not doing anything all day while we
I
wait
will
for this
go
caravan.
hunting and gathering ingredients if we find nothing else to do.
Never actually been hunting before. Could be interesting.
Grung used to go hunting all the time. Grung was a very good hunter. See many animals.
Ooh, crocodiles are very good hunters.
Mm.
I mean,
What other animals can you change into, Grung?
Anything I have seen.
Scratch?
Wow.
Not Scratch, no. No. Has to be a real beast animal, not intelligent like Scratch.
Mm. Thank you for the compliment.
Yes, yes.
well,
I only seen animals around my tribe area. But recently I seen a couple of new things, like the rat, and I saw a deer as well.
Mm. Bluebird?
No,
I believe technically they're not classified as beasts, so they would not be allowed to be transformed into.
Ren just turns into a fucking dragon.
raw bitches.
not
Have you
yet.
volleyball?
Anyway, not yet.
That's at level 4.
In any case, I would not want to do that. I do not like bluebirds.
There are other colours of birds. You do realise?
Well, should we go
Blackbirds.
see if the governor wants us to do anything?
We certainly shall. Let's head off.
Let's go.
Sounds good.
Duncan gets up and leaves.
Yeah, we
Bill
walk
and
in the
Deer
direction
follows.
you believe he should be in.
Okay. So you make your way back to the room. You met him yesterday, and you find him currently talking with a couple of other groups of people beforehand.
I'm going to try and listen in on the conversation.
Roll a perception check.
This is where
20.
we find out the governor's a drug dealer.
Not a natural
20.
20, a total 20.
Dirty 20. Yep.
No, total 20. Yeah,
Yep.
whatever.
It's a dirty 20.
That's what, okay, right.
That's when your total is 20. That's, yeah.
Got ya.
Okay, you hear pretty much they're just talking about what farms they should be starting on first, what areas need most urgent attention for getting a steady supply of food going.
Are they poppy farms though?
What is this, into the Badlands now?
What is a puppy farm?
Oh, you have much to learn, frog friend. We burn them. That's what we do with poppy farms.
I'll approach with the group to the governor and Governor, have you got some time?
Yes. Just give me a minute here. Fuse will see to that. I'll hopefully have some people for you later on in the morning to assist you.
Did you just feather dust your camera or something?
Oh, it's my cat. It is this guy.
In a way, yes.
Seriously, look like a feather duster just went.
Yeah, it's his
across in
friggin'
front.
it's his tail.
Well, you just
Don't
get
feather
the
dust your camera.
lens of your camera there or something.
Well, I thought when you said feather dusters, you're just like waiting for the French maid outfit with the feather dusters. Hello, guys.
Put a French, yeah, put a little French maid outfit on that cat. That'd be perfect.
Grung does not want to see all, after all.
Considering I've got a male cat, that's not happening.
It'd be funny though.
No, we don't want to confuse the cat. It'd be fine.
He looks pissed off enough.
Cat, they always look pissed off.
And he's
Yep.
off. Yes, I shall have some people be able to be sent to you later on. So if you will go start in the northern fields, that'll be good. And the group leaves. Yes. What can I do with you? Help you? Do with you? What can I do for you this morning?
Do you need some coffee, Governor?
It has been a long couple of days. I am running on short sleep at the moment.
Would you like an egg?
I'll be fine. I am looking forward to getting some food in a few minutes after this, so we'll make this quick, shall we?
Yes, we'll try not to take up too much of your time. We're just wondering if there's any tasks that you may need us for around town to help out.
There is many tasks around town that could use a hand. The better question would be, what he's good at.
Scratch can steal things.
No, he means that he can very dexterous. He can use his hands, get in smaller places, that kind of thing. Don't say you can steal things, Scratch, please.
Yes.
Please don't say that.
We don't have anything that needs stealing at this moment.
Grung can do many things.
We're going to need some more food before too long. A fresh supply of meat would be very handy if you are able to go hunting further into the
That
forest.
I can help with.
Matter of fact, we're talking about that over breakfast.
I'm not a bad shot with my bow. And if we do get a group of food together and water that's perhaps not quite in a position to be drunk, I can purify food and water if need be.
We'll be right for water for quite some time.
Grung can also make water.
Yeah, excellent. I can give you a couple of carts if you wish to go into the forest for a day or two. Bring it back, and you bring back as much as you can. I'll pay you quite well for it. I found that the treasury holds more than I got told previously, so.
Treasury.
That's very convenient for you, I'm sure.
I wish it was, but with so many now dead, I don't have to pay as well. It gives me more to pay mercenaries and the caravan when it comes in.
Just out of curiosity,
Oh,
where is
hold
this
on.
treasury?
Yeah, you won't be finding it anytime soon.
I just wonder how it survived getting...
It is in the keep.
Oh,
which
it's in the
they did
keep.
not get into.
Just ask Grung, he sees all.
Yes, if only I knew what that was.
So, if you wish to go out and get a cart or two of fresh kills and bring them in, I'll pay you for the lot. I'll pay you 600 gold.
Sounds good.
I think we might be able to do that for you, Governor. Is that each, or...?
That's for the lot.
Are there any horses in town? Like good carts and stuff?
He'll provide you with 2 horses and carts.
Would I have seen a horse?
Yeah, you would have.
There would have been a horse with the caravan when we
caravan.
first came in.
Yep.
Good.
I think I know what he's thinking.
Get out of my head.
I haven't cast Psychic Whispers yet. It's all right. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
So, if you want to do that, day or two for 600 gold, not too bad money. Or there is helping repair some fields and some farmhouses, which I'm sure you don't really want to be doing.
I'll Hunting sounds good.
Alright then.
Vernon turns and heads towards where the carts are.
I have not told you where the carts are yet.
Well,
Yes.
I'm heading there anyway, so better be quick.
Such a rash
Oh.
direction.
Governor, would you mind telling us where the carts are so we can guide our interesting Goliath compatriot?
How many cart places can there be in the keep?
You do forget. You do remember that the town is actually like to cross. It's like an hour or so.
Is it
across
carts
with
for us,
anything
or something
fast.
carts,
Surely
or
there's stables.
carts
right?
There's a
warehouse?
couple of stables. There's more than one
Oh, I
stable.
love it.
Alright.
So there is the carts and stables that you can use will be down to the western corridor, down the western side of the keep.
Vernon, that's the other way than the eastern corridor you're trying to walk down.
I think you'll find that I am a survivalist outdoorsman sorcerer, and I know which way east and west is. Thank you.
As you say that, you have to turn around and go the other way because you were going the wrong way. You might be a survivalist outdoors, but indoors you got no clue.
That's it. There's no sun, there's no moon, there's no stars, there's no point of reference for guidance.
And you're in a
Just a
keep
test.
with windows
He's
you
testing
don't
you.
get to see much out of. So
Thank you for your time, Governor. We'll take these carts and venture into the woods and return in a day or two.
all right, good hunting. With that, he takes off and goes to get food himself.
Should we look for the treasury?
Maybe Scratch stays here and looks for the treasury. What who said that?
What is treasury?
I mean, wouldn't be a bad thing to know where it is.
Why do we need to know where it is if they're going to give us the money anyway?
I also did say it would be a bad thing. I didn't say we needed to.
These people have been good to Grung.
Just think, if we know where it is, and there happens to be currency and items from the treasury that goes missing, first person they're going to look for is the strangers in town.
There are a lot of caravans coming through at the moment, however, so...
There's only been the caravan that you've escorted that have come through so far.
But we are the trustworthy ones, you see. I mean, we are the ones who have been in the town and saved them and everything, and then there's this other caravan that come through, and who knows? We brought them and helped them get here, but...
People are good to Grung. Grung is good to them. They are bad
Yes,
Grung.
we are
It's
good
bad
to you,
to them.
Grung. They are not. They paid you late. Who pays someone late?
How far away is the stables?
About a 5-minute walk.
Vernon, perhaps
Vernon.
you can
No,
show
Vernon's
us how to
gone
hunt
the
well.
Stables, man. He's walk off to the stables.
Okay, well, knowing that, I've walked behind Vernon going, perhaps you can show us how to hunt. Not something I've done previously.
If you've never hunted before, you might not want to go hunting now. If the
I've never
town
had-
needs food.
Grung can teach you how to hunt.
Well, thank you, Grong. It's something I have never needed to do before.
Yes, we will have fun. You see.
Quite happy to teach you how to hunt, sorcerer, but someone blundering through the wilderness makes hunting hard.
I reach into my pack and pull out this dusty crossbow that you can tell's never even been fired. The strings all loose and go. I got given this by a friend of my father's when I left town. It's been gathering dust in my bag. I don't even know how to fire the thing.
Oh, this is very good, this one. Very good. Much better than anything Grung has had.
Would you like it, Grong?
Oh, no. I cannot take this.
I don't have much use for it. I generally use my spell. Like I just flicker a couple of flames in my hand. I usually use my spells. As you can see, it's never even been fired. And you can tell like it's a decent crossbow. It's nicely crafted.
Probably too big for a frog.
We cannot accept in Grand culture, if someone gives us a gift, we have to give an equal gift in return.
Egg.
Give him an egg.
Egg is not quite.
I would happily take an egg in exchange, Grung. This is a gift for you've
Two eggs.
shown me kindness by helping the rescue effort to come back and get me. It's a gift as a thank you.
One moment. No. I'm assuming I have a backpack or something. I don't know. I guess so.
I'm guessing you would.
A pouch or something like that.
You would have got given one at this stage.
I pull out this sort of cloth. I give you this sack of eggs.
I mean,
Here you go.
I don't think it's worth that many eggs, Grung.
It's fine. It's good. I gift you 9
If
good
it is
berries.
dusty,
9 eggs.
and never been fired, it has not been maintained. You
Which
have to
will
wax
last
the
for
string and
24
cables,
hours.
You need to lubricate the rail. Crossbows don't work if they just put in a bag for several years.
It's okay.
So I will give you a light crossbow and 20 bolts.
I'll give you a cloth sack with 9 good berries, or good eggs inside, which you can use
can't be
however you
10.
like.
And it
Nice.
can't be the full 10 because you've already given one to Vizok.
That's why I said 9. Yeah.
That's why it's 9. Okay, delete them out of inventory.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
So you now have a crossbow and a blow gun.
We will have a good hunt with this.
Hand me the crossbow, Grung. I will clean it and repair it for you before we go out on the hunt.
Okay, here you go.
Vernon, as we're walking into the stables, he inspects the crossbow and just shakes his head. This is going to take some work.
For reference, I've been on the road for like 2-3 years, so it's been not many.
Just
not
sort
many
of-
take. Yeah.
So better than anything I could fashion out of a stick.
Little frog friend, a stick would be more effective than this at the moment, but that's okay.
When I see you get past the van, it's like perhaps you can modify it a little bit to be a little bit smaller for Grung.
That's not quite how crossbows work.
Is it a normal crossbow or a hand crossbow?
It's a light crossbow.
Okay.
Or two-handed. Good to have. You never know.
So, while this is happening, you have made it to the stables. And you are given 2 horses and carts for your hunting trip. Who's got animal handling?
Proficiency.
Yeah. Which I know
I
Az
do.
has half proficiency in.
Vernon.
I have half proficiency, but it puts me at a +0.
Yeah.
Vernon's got +3. He's got animal
I got +2, but I'm not proficient.
Vernon is proficient.
So, what was that, Wes?
I was just going to say, Scratch has reluctantly followed along, glancing back, still wondering where the treasury might be.
Looking
on,
longingly at
Scratch.
the keep. So after a few minutes of instruction, Vernon and Rhapsody and Grong are able to get the horses to move on commands. And you can set off.
I mean, I could use my persuasion on them. I've got a +5.
To persuade the animals.
Yeah.
Why not?
I've got a +5 in proficiency in persuasion. Can I persuade the horses?
Either way,
I need
he's
to
been.
persuade them these are good horses.
Actually,
Pats and rubs one of the horses and
Can we persuade somebody at the stables to drive the carts for us?
You see,
I
there's two
mean-
people working there, and they're already.
Why
Is
do
he
you
doing-
need someone to drive the carts, sorcerer? We'll be fine.
I could become a horse and like drive it if you like.
No, it's fine.
We'll use
Is
that
that
as a
good?
resort if we lose a horse or something.
Okay. If we might need to eat it if we don't
We're
find
not
anything to hunt.
eating the horses.
Sometimes you need to eat.
Sometimes you do. We'll eat a berry, one of your little legs.
Were rations like offered in the keep? Like, could we have grabbed some rations on the way out?
We're going hunting.
You already have rations.
Okay. Just checking.
You haven't used your rations from last time.
There's not much.
Well, I haven't
better
even
than, like,
kept track of what we're
Field
eating and
of
all
a
that kind
hunter.
of thing, so.
Scratch
What are they?
effortlessly hops up onto one of the carts and sits down in a corner, twirling his dagger.
Illandir would
Sit next to Scratch.
sit up next to, I'm guessing Vernon's driving one of them, sit next to Vernon.
So he wants to drive the second one.
Just tie them tandem and off we go.
Yeah. We'll take a quick break here before you set off for your hunting trip.
Righto, sounds good. Alright guys, we're gonna have a quick 5-10 minute break. Stretch legs, grab drinks, you know, all the stuff you do in a break. Thanks All Things Fantasy for that raid, I really do appreciate it. Welcome in people who came with that raid, Taz Farrell and Jasmine Bailey, thank you for coming in with that raid. Much appreciated. Look at that. This condensed milk. You try to do the dehydration quest, Wes.
No,
Or the condensed milk.
yeah, just saying. It's just what happens sometimes.
Yeah, we'll be back in a little bit, guys. Yeah, we'll go have a break. Go grab a drink if you guys need yourselves, and we'll be back shortly. And welcome back, everybody. Went grab drinks, did all that kind of stuff. Hope you guys have got some refreshments for the rest of the stream, and we'll kick right back off with letting Seb take over.
So you have gone onto the carts and successfully driven, or had them, driven out the gates and gone to the forest edge where you make a camp for your hunting trip. I'll make you do a survival check for see how well you go hunting.
Oh dear.
Good.
17.
5.
Caught.
Natural 20.
Not good. 11.
3.
Oh, Visok.
Oh, Visok.
I had a 5. Visok's got a 3.
Not
He's
familiar
pretty
with these
hungover, man.
animals.
He's
Yeah.
actually...
And Pred's got a
11.
11.
We all might actually die on this hunting trip.
Get
the hell
caught
are
to
we
death by a
hunting?
deer or something.
Yeah.
Between some of yous managed to bag some pretty big elk and deer. Between some of yous frighten off some of the game that's in an area and not coming back.
I'm supposed to be stealthy, god damn it.
Goliath charging with a sword at the deer, trying to behead it while he's drunk. Didn't quite work out as well as he was hoping. As he went crushing through the underbush and tripping over a couple of logs before he got to it, he stood up and discovered it had gone.
Elendir, you must be very quiet. Pretend like you are the animal.
I am the animal. Get like real low. Just start trying to walk like on hooves.
That's right. Make the same noise and everything.
I'm really good at this.
You got it.
get behind like a large elk.
Soon you will be able to completely turn into the animal.
I mean, he was able to find it, but is he actually able to be the one to track it and take it down? Is he stealthy enough to do so?
I'm making that into like the overall survival.
Yay, nat 20! It's like sneak up behind this elk and just... It doesn't see me, I just get up right behind and just quickly like slit his throat just with the dagger.
Make sure, give it a quick death. You must respect your kill.
It seems I'm not bad at this. I don't know what Vernon was worried about.
I mean, if you want to go stealth, then I've got a 24.
We went rolling stealth though.
You were rolling survival.
Yeah.
Hey, that was still 17. It's still not
Yeah, I
bad.
know. You're still fine. For you, between you, over the course of the next 2 days, you managed to successfully fill both carts decently high. And the to midday of the second day, you just go escort it back with fully laden carts to the keep.
You did really well.
Between
You're
you,
very good hunters.
probably 30, 35 deer and elks overall. Another wild game that was around.
Of which Scratches eaten
Such
the
as?
eyes out. Scratches pecked the eyes out of all of them.
Perhaps we shouldn't have
Well,
let
the kind of
Visok
wild
bring
game
that
we're
keg
around,
out
so-
with him. He was drunk the whole time.
And we didn't do anything in terms of trying to preserve or anything like that. We figured just leave them as they are and let the townsmen go through and do the processing of it. Therefore, it's all left intact.
Eventually,
The
they will
eyes.
turn into dried meat.
I haven't tried these dried meats before.
No, I don't like it.
Oh, look at
Sorry, I
Sam's
just
face.
saw Sam's face there and went,
Look at
okay, I'll
Sam.
stop.
This again.
Pretty much.
Just the look was just utter, oh my god, stop it.
As you
So we found some elk and deer and stuff.
just wild game. Some birds that you managed to get as well.
Like ducks,
Or turkeys.
duckies.
In this time, has the crossbow been able to fixed up so
it would
Grom
have
can
been repaired.
be repaired so Grom
Would've
can
been.
now use it?
Yep.
Like on the last day of the hunt, before we go back, like, Grom, try out your crossbow. See how it fires now that
Okay.
Vernon's fixed it.
How do I use this?
Having proficiency in crossbows, I go over and I show him with a single shot and demonstrate, and then I'll hand it back to him and give him a shot to try.
Put this in here, we pull it back. And what am I shooting at?
Aim for
Good idea.
that tree
Oh,
branch.
Yes. Aim for this tree branch.
Roll it to hit.
What's a tree branch's armor class?
I wonder if he's actually going to hit the tree branch.
It's a 21.
21. Thunk, you fire, it sinks a couple of inches into the tree branch.
Whoa. It's a very good weapon. Thank you, Valentia.
Oh, I figure he'd probably be okay with his aim anyway, being as he's got his blow darts anyway.
See, you can use it much better than I can.
I appreciate the gift. Enjoy your eggs.
Just killed an ant.
No, summon an ant.
We made mistakes!
Seraphina falls out of the tree.
Hail of thoughts! I would love, on a completely different tangent, I'd love a one-shot where Seraphina's the bad guy, just Hail of Thorns everybody.
Don't give him ideas. We're going to end up having to fight Serafina later in this campaign.
Big guy would make a return for that.
Oh,
You see the circus rock up in town that episode, big guy turns up.
Jimmy's already dead, so
That
he
would be
can't
cool.
take it.
Fighting your old adventuring party. That would be a cool
It'd be
experience.
pretty funny, wouldn't it?
Actually, yeah, that would be funny. I don't know if I want to face big guy. With how dumb he is, he'd do something stupid, that's for sure.
It's alright, let Visok take him.
Or Vernon. Vernon will sit there and just parry all of his attacks.
That would involve big guy actually hitting something, which he wasn't very good at, so...
He wasn't very good at, no.
No, him and Vizog are just sitting there sharing a keg.
Ting, 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 ting.
And
We just
hey,
become best friends.
and hey, Serafina managed to take him out with 2 shots.
Hey, it still took 2 shots.
But who's counting?
Who's counting kills in this party?
Don't know.
Alright.
He took himself out with a headbutt.
He did. Really not very bright.
Hey, that was still a great RP moment. That was awesome. Anyway, we're going back to town with the car now, I guess.
What's up?
Yep. Is get back to town and you see waiting at the stables there is the Governor Nighthill.
Ah, Governor. So nice of you to come and meet us.
We saw you as coming from quite a distance away. You're kind of hard to miss with 2 carts and your party of Goliaths. 2 Goliaths in the party. We don't exactly have many of them around here at the moment. But I see you were quite successful and got in quite the load there.
Yes,
And I have this.
Indeed.
I have this
I'm
for
happy
you.
to skin and cure this too if you need, Governor.
35.
35?
I think so. 35.
That is,
35
Elkin.
kills.
that is quite the haul. And for that, he
Yes,
used
that
going
doesn't fit in 2 carts unless they're very tiny.
They're decent sized
They're
wagons.
big
They're like
carts.
caravan wagons
Oh yeah.
being dragged by horses. So
2
Just like
semi-trailers
piled up.
yeah. Hey, look, it's D&D. You've got magic. Who cares?
I was gonna say, this is D&D. It's a fucking semi-trailer, refrigerated caravan.
He's got magic and you can lash him on with ropes and shit. So either way, here's your payment. He pulls out a sack of gold for you, and with that many kills, I'll give you this extra and gives you another sack.
How much isn't it?
You'll just have to find out, won't you? So between, so I'm assuming someone's going to count it.
Yep, I will.
So the first sack has the 600. The second one has another 200 in it.
How much should we get?
So 800. 800 total.
So it's at 133.333333333333333333 each.
We can round down. That's fine.
I only had a point
I've never had this much
33333.
money in my life.
One,
I've
three,
never really had
three,
this much
add.
money.
Yeah,
I've
so
never
you
had
get
money.
133 gold each. And one of you gets 134. Which will be...
So how much did we get? 100.
Roll to see who gets the extra money.
Scratch gets the extra gold.
Hey, there you go.
So we all
So you
get
get-
133 and then Scratch gets 134.
Puts me on 469.
I think I can
Oh,
almost buy
yeah.
1 health pot now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Governor. That's rather kind of you to give the extra bonus there.
It is no worries. We're just glad to have some more food. And
None
you
of them
see,
have been poisoned.
that is very good to know.
We've
But
given
none of them
Grung a
have
crossbow
eyes.
instead of having to use his blow gun with his poison all the time.
Excellent.
None of them have eyes.
I think some of our cooks will be disappointed that they don't have eyes to cook with, but as long as you enjoyed them.
They were no idea.
Oh god.
That took him a moment.
No, as soon as he said it, I'm
Like-
just like, no, he didn't. He didn't.
You're a strange bird. But so I believe while you were out, the caravan hadn't quite arrived yet. I sent some guards out to escort it the rest of the way, and I received a message early on. It should be here just after mid-morning tomorrow. And I believe Leosin should be well enough tomorrow to also talk to you about what he wished to be done. And then I believe he's also departing tomorrow afternoon, so... So, if you wish to rest for the rest of the day, and then have tomorrow do whatever you wish. If you need more odd jobs around, wish to do around town, I'm sure I can find something to give you a little bit more gold, but...
Gold.
Where can we trade for
gold.
this?
Be the caravan tomorrow when they arrive.
Okay.
What other jobs for gold do you have going at the moment?
More gold.
Mostly now, he'll be getting these ready for a feast and for next few days, and repairing fields and farms to get them going quickly as possible.
No stealing?
No stealing.
Well, I don't know about my companions, but I do not possess such skills for skinning, and I'm not very good with farm work and that kind of thing. Perhaps I'll go rest.
Alrighty then. I'll leave you to it. If you need me, I'll be back in the keep in the same room you found me previously. And he walks off.
Thank you, Governor.
And a couple other people now start unloading the carts and start taking them to be processed.
Enjoy. They were not poisoned.
Pretty good to know, thank you. You see now there's about a dozen people waiting and ready to go with preparing this.
Well,
So what do you want to do?
don't know about you guys, but because what time of day is it now?
Mid to late afternoon now.
After a few days out in the woods, I feel going bathing, getting a hot meal, and perhaps getting some rest is in order for myself. What about you
I was
guys?
thinking the same thing.
Verna's going to look for alchemical ingredients and prep some potions and supplies.
Oh, you like potions? I will come with you.
Guys, unless you what's that alchemical?
Perhaps these will help, and I'll hand over the sack of very bad eggs.
No, they disappeared.
They
don't
disappear. Sorry, I thought that's
Yeah.
spoiled.
The
I'll
magical
go to
honey
hand over the pouch and be like,
It's just a pouch.
and I like, never mind, and put that back in my pack.
It's like the vanishing leprechaun money out of Harry Potter. Disappears after such a period of time.
Yep.
No takebacks.
All sales are final.
Note to self. Grog's eggs go bad. Okay.
It lasts 24 hours.
Scratch does not want to dream again.
Can I go look for the caravan that's coming? In
It's
terms
all
of...
the next day. It'll be
Oh,
there the
sorry.
next morning.
I misunderstood.
Sorry. Yeah, it's next morning we'll arrive. So what do you want to do in the meantime?
Well, I'm going to go and make use of the baths, and then I will head down for dinner and then have an early evening.
Okay.
Enter my gear.
Yep.
Not go and wash and preen my feathers.
Well, actually, I have to
Bathe
go
in
bath
water.
as well. But then can you wait 1 hour for me?
I can wait 1 hour for you. That's no problem, Grung.
Okay. Go do that and come back and go off with Vernon.
So what are you looking for, Vernon?
Alchemical ingredients.
What sort of alchemical ingredients?
I've never done this before, so I have no idea.
What are you trying to make? What are you trying to make then? Just so I have an idea.
I have no idea. I know. I
You
think
don't know what you're making.
What are you trying to make?
Fire and smoke grenades and stuff. From what I was reading, sorry, I read this during the week and I don't remember too much.
So you're trying to do tinkering stuff, or alchemical?
Hang on. Yeah, I've got my I've got my alchemist supplies
Mhm.
for the tools. So alchemist's fire and grenade smoke
Okay.
are the two that I was looking at. Fire elemental ember, flask of oil, and air elemental wisp and ash blossom.
Your proficiency in alchemist supplies.
Yes.
Yeah, he does. We're trying to make a smoke grenade.
Yep.
Apparently, you can, if you're looking up the rules as written, you can make a check indicated by the skill with advantage as part of a long rest. You can use alchemist supplies to make 1 dose of whatever.
Where is that under?
It is page. Oh, it's in Xanathar's Guide to Everything. It's like compendium to.
Downtime, crafting an item? No. What's it on? What part's it under?
I would send it to your.
This is one
I
of
got
those,
really confused when I was trying to read the rules on it too.
Yeah, I think it's like an add-on rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, because it's Xanathars. That's why.
Because it was like there were healing potions in there that I didn't see any ingredients for. It just wanted gold. I don't understand. Do I spend my gold and then buy?
For some of the ingredients you will need to buy.
Yeah.
But for some of the basic stuff, you'd just have.
You need to buy stuff and then craft it, and then depending on if that crafting succeeds, then you have a potion of whatever.
There's a quick list of some for bits and pieces. So alchemist's fire will need fire elemental embers and a flask of oil.
Okay.
The smoke grenade is air elemental wisp and ash blossom.
Okay.
Sounds like some rare ingredients.
Yeah, I was gonna say, from what you know of this town, pretty much everything of value, which those would be classified as part of.
Are you kidding? A smoke grenade is super rare.
Those are the ingredients to make it.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't understand this world sometimes at all.
They took everything of value from this place for the Dragon Hoard.
Probably in like a stocked town, probably wouldn't be that hard to find, but this town.
You might be able to
yeah.
find like part of it, maybe.
In a bigger town, it'll be not so hard to find.
You probably like collect stuff as you go.
Yeah, but you could make a healing potion. You could make an attempt to make a healing potion.
All right, well I'll do that then.
That will take you 25 gold worth of supplies.
Yep, that's okay.
So roll a d20 and then add your proficiency.
Yes, for a standard potion of healing using your herbalism kit, the ingredients is a red amanita mushroom.
How do I add my proficiency, Sab?
Your proficiency.
Need
You're
your
the herbalist.
your walking speed.
It
Proficiency
should be
bonus.
+2.
Yeah. So roll your
Yep.
d20 plus 2.
Yeah. Okay, so 21.
21. Yeah, you successfully make a potion of healing.
Cool.
So that's 2d4 plus 2. So add that to your inventory.
Yep.
So you made a half price healing potion because they're worth 50 gold apiece.
Look at me go.
Ooh.
Now, did
Big
you have
business
the-
opportunity here?
Now, was that the herbalism kit or the alchemist kit that you use? Because the the
Alchemist
herbalism
supplies.
kit is what you use for that potion of healing.
I'll just make it so you had the same. You use the same one for this one, just this time.
Alrighty.
Just so we. But next time we'll get into it probably more. See, that's something I wasn't expecting tonight.
Always something, Sab.
Yeah, I know. There's always something that throws me
Always
for a
get
loop.
you with something.
Yeah, I'm
You're
happy
always
for it.
learning in this game.
Yeah.
Never
I'm happy
stop.
for it tonight to be he had the alchemist supplies from his time traveling already ready for a potion. Being that he'd already been traveling with his mentor previously, so
After cleaning up and bathing, I sit down at. We're going downstairs and we're eating. I assume
up to you.
at some point.
Yeah, I was thinking
Well, I've done that. I've
bath
gone
and then
downstairs
food. And
Yep,
then
and I've
bed.
pulled out my dragon chess set and set it up on the table, waiting to see if anyone wants to play.
I will come down from Illidir will come down from his bath, clean robe, and we'll sit down and join Scratch for a game.
Scratch puts 10 gold on the table.
That was not expected.
Perhaps just a friendly game, Scratch, instead of a wagered game.
Hmm.
It's been a while since I
Scared
played
me.
chess.
Boring.
Hmm?
Scratch puts his gold away.
How the hell do you roll a chess game?
No idea.
Not to me.
Are you going to
Play
play
a game
chess?
with Gwent.
We're playing, yeah.
Yeah, we're just having a friendly game of chess.
Okay, we're going to make it a performance check.
Performance.
Performance.
Oh, okay. Yes, performance is great.
I figure why not? It's
So,
yeah.
Gwent?
Because it runs on your charisma and he'll have stacked that.
How we
I
going,
mean, you
Wes?
can intimidate
Performance,
someone
you
when you're
say?
playing chess, I suppose.
To be,
Just like look really confident.
can't be. It's got no. So playing chess has got nothing to do with stealth.
I mean, you could do sleight of hand.
You could try a sleight of
Cheeky
hand.
about it.
Change all these pieces
Actually,
around.
yes. I would definitely like to actually be a bit cheeky with sleight of hand.
Okay, so roll a sleight of hand.
So that would
what do you do
be
with sleight of hand in a chess game?
cheat. Hello,
Yeah, you're cheating it.
I'm a rogue.
Yeah, but like, your hand's not invisible to him or whatever. He can see the board.
It doesn't matter. I can just pick a time when he's not looking and just
Look,
Just
at
be
the
like,
fact-
look over there.
Illidir is like
change.
Right,
up.
focused looking at the table, like he is
Doesn't-
deep in the game of chess and
Like,
watching the pieces.
Oh, well, 22 was my total.
And your passive perception is definitely not 20 odd.
No.
Oh,
He manages to successfully distract you for a second with something.
I mean, he could almost use his that feathers a little bit further up his wing to be able to slightly manipulate something underneath.
Never you mind the roguish ways.
Alright, what
But
was your performance?
the Scratch know how to play chess.
I've got a dragon chess set in my bag.
What have you done? Like,
Okay,
nick his
fair
queen
enough.
off the board and Ilandir's just like, oh, where
All
did
the
my
pieces are
queen
missing.
go? Oh, that's
Oh,
so
my
strange.
king's knocked over. This is interesting.
We
I didn't
haven't
do
even
that.
started the game yet,
Who
and
did
my
this?
pieces are
But
missing.
you didn't see him do it.
Oh,
What? What was your performance check anyway, Crush?
Well, are we going performance against performance still, or?
Thought it was performance against my
It
sleight of
was
hand.
really good. It was really good, Wes. It was a really good roll.
Well, sleight of hand and cheat, but you can't, like... Is that, like... Well, if it's cheat to win, then it wouldn't matter what performance I got.
Well, yeah, well, it depends if your performance was higher.
Oh, I got 14, so it wasn't high, no.
Winner!
I mean, you might have won legitimately, but
No,
illegitimately, no.
Scratch just knocks over my king. You're like, oh, I don't know how that happened.
Scratch
He's like,
now
I didn't see it.
Scratch
now
doesn't know how to play.
Scratch now puts 10 gold back on the table. Again?
Perhaps another game I've got, and I'll reach into my bag and pull out a bag of dice. And say to Scratch as I put them down, it's like, I really wish I had something a bit better to put this in, rather than just a bag.
Dice poker, what a classic.
Almost if
Oh my God.
a hardwood box would be really good to put these dice in.
Is that a native hardwood box?
Native
Describe the woods of your world.
native hardwood that people
Well, we
may
know
see on
there's
the screen
no
at the
ash
moment.
wood around here, right? 'Cause little ash blossom.
If I've heard of a place
do
of
have it
a
tested out, I'm
Wooten
thinking.
Forge. It's a forge somewhere around here that makes dice boxes. I must go visit it at some point to get a box for these dice.
Yes.
Liking the look of the dice while Ilandir is waffling on about them, I'm going to try and steal them. It's 20. A dirty, dirty 20.
I haven't put them down, so they're still in my hand. How am I not going to notice he's taking him out of my hand?
Not in your hand
Probably,
anymore, man.
Roll a strength.
Also, your hand is missing.
Roll an acrobatics check.
18.
18. You're holding your bag of dice, and now they're gone.
Scratch.
And I'll just
Give me back the dice.
Looking around the room.
Scratch.
You like
Give me
shiny
back the
things.
dice. Scratch, look here. Do you not want orders ever again?
And I pull out a gold coin and put it on the table.
I will reach across and grab the 11 gold coins that are now on the table. And take the 11 gold coins.
Are these like plastic dice or stone dice? Or...
That'd be bone dice in this case.
They're just,
Ooh.
they're a dice set, they're not. So I'll
be
take
the bone
the
in this
11
one.
dice and put it in my, the 11 dice apparently. The 11 gold pieces and put it in my pouch.
So Scratch, you're down 11 gold. Crush, you're up 11 gold. And
Remove.
Wes is also up a dice set.
And crushes down a dice set.
Yep.
Just add that in there.
Crush
Maybe
emptying
we
out his
can
bag.
play
So
Add.
Dungeons and Bluebirds.
It's not even in my backpack. As in, like, I can't see it except for on the left.
tools. You can just remove it. Should be able to.
But if I get inventory, it's not in my.
He had proficiency in it, doesn't necessarily mean he had them.
Ah. Oh, he had a dice set and he just lost it. Whatever.
It's too funny not to have a dice set at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally looked over and saw I had I saw I had proficiency and went, I have to do this for the shits and giggles.
Probably a plastic set. They're not worth anything.
They're not worthy of a Wooten Forge box.
Where do you get plastic in
Yeah, you don't.
Oil shale.
Hey, they'd still have a form of resin.
From
Something.
trees.
It's not a bad idea.
So while this tomfoolery is going on, what's everyone else doing?
Are we back from our shopping?
Technically, you didn't have to go shopping. Pred was just ended up making it. He had the supplies with him.
Oh, okay.
Like has sequestered himself away in his room, dwelling on his dreams that he had recently.
Yep.
Yep,
Right.
I was watching the game and seeing what happened, knowing and being as that I've got stealth and stuff as proficient for myself. I saw what he did. I'm just letting it slide under the table without making it known that I know what he did.
I feel
And
like
I'll-
you should. I feel
Yeah,
like
I was
you
gonna say
have
that
to
should be a
an
roll
insight
to
check.
see whether you
Roll
saw
perception.
I
that.
feel like you shouldn't be able to just assume.
Yeah,
that,
just
thank you.
automatically. I see this happen.
Roll perception to see what you saw. To see if you see what you think you saw.
18.
Yeah, right. Fine.
It was a 20 something on sleight of hand.
It was a 20 on your sleight of
22.
hand.
22.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you saw the dice just disappear from
That seems
Ilandir's
some
hand.
shiftiness.
Oh, but I was watching the game before that as well.
That was still over 20 for that roll as
It was
well.
I think it was a 20.
It was a dirty 20.
Yeah, it was a dirty 20, and then the second roll was a 22.
So roll twice. For what the first one's for the chess, which
That's only 15 for the second one.
yeah, you see when Ilandir sees the dice all of a sudden vanish from his hand, and Scratch looking very sus afterwards.
Scratchy's good.
Which in itself is kind of weird. Grant's
Yes.
just scratching his head. How? How did this?
I just look over and go, I lost my guy set, but I've got a bit of gold.
Grung sees all.
This is magic. It's been a very confusing day for Grant.
And Scratch just bides his time till he can take his 11 gold back.
Oh god, we gotta have one of those rogues.
Patience, Scratch.
So Ilandir just made a hell of a profit on his dice because they're worth 10 silver. He just made 11 gold from them. So that's
Come on now.
what? That's like 1,000% increase in profit in his dice set.
Ilandir's gonna go out and be a trader. See, after this lovely game at chess and dice, Ilandir's going to eat and go to bed for the night.
Okay. I mean,
Seeing that the
everyone-
game's over, I take myself up to bed as well.
So everyone's done for the night and gone to bed.
Oh, being disappointed that no one else wants to play, Scratch packs up his chess set and climbs himself up, I guess, into the dorm room.
I will knock on Visok's door.
He's
Hello.
in the same
I thought we were
He's
in
in
a
our
dorm
room.
We're
Yeah.
all in the
He's in
same room.
Come on, Visok gets
Grug
the
knocks on
private
his
space.
own door.
Hello. Can I come in?
Grung, that's the
We're
toilet.
sharing a room. Crime.
Oh yes, of course. Visok, can I sleep next to you today?
Of course, my friend.
Thank you.
Ooh, what's going on here? Ooh.
Grung does not feel very
Wow.
Safe.
Oh. Grung needs cuddles.
I wouldn't recommend it.
You are safe here, my friend.
Good night.
So, you all take a long rest. a peaceful night after last couple of nights we were out in the wilds, and the night before that when you had those dreams and nightmares. That's the fucking sirenscape. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Well,
Damn crickets.
so
I just
much
had
for the
thunder.
emotion.
I just had thunder and lightning. I just had thunder here, so it was confusing for a second.
Woods is working real hard to try and get us all real immersed, and then
I'm like, what the hell's going on?
it's like, what's in my head?
After the day I've had, yeah. He's all
DM
wake
has
up
also
next.
had a bad day.
Have an egg.
Have you been having bad dreams?
He's all wake up the next morning feeling fine for the first time in a couple of days. No dreams or anything like that.
What a relief.
Just the dreams that you have from replaying your previous dreams in your head.
Mm.
Thinking, gotta go north at some point.
Howler and Clang.
Today will be a good day. Good morning,
guessing-
everyone.
Good morning.
Morning, Grung.
Chess, anyone?
I don't know how my king all of a sudden fell over.
Hmm.
No,
You
no,
lose.
no chest for me this morning.
Vernon
Has
gets
anybody
up.
heard if the caravan is here yet?
At this point, it's just after sunrise. Probably an hour or so past sunrise.
Head down and get breakfast and see what's happening.
The people are a bit busier. People are. They look like they're preparing for something happening soon.
What is happening here?
I say no one's gonna ask.
I was letting someone else do it for once.
Listen in on conversations and see if I can
Okay.
figure out what's going on. Probably don't worry about it.
What'd you roll?
6 perception is 3, so 9.
9. They're not being secretive or anything about it. People are getting ready for the caravan arriving later on and preparing a feast for later on tonight.
Feast.
Hmm.
I'll walk up to a guard and ask, "What's going on?"
You just found out what.
And at that, yeah.
Great. Yeah, that.
Well, that was Scratch. That wasn't the rest of us.
Yeah, I know. Well, but you now know that they're
now know.
preparing for a feast later on. Yeah.
Carrying a facing caravan setting up.
He says, didn't you hear the voice from the sky tell you? Just then.
Why am I repeating myself to you?
God just comes down with a finger and squishes you into the ground. Monty Python style.
Stop asking questions.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we should eat and go see if the caravan's out the front yet. Or has arrived yet.
I said mid-morning, didn't I?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's not there yet.
Perhaps we can go and see Leif then before he leaves.
He was ready to, or getting ready to leave this afternoon, wasn't he?
As far as the governor knew.
Well, if we've got a while to wait before the caravan's due to arrive, we may as well do something with our time. And if he decides to leave early...
Sounds like a plan.
Grung would like to have a walk. I need to be by myself for a little while. But I will be back.
Okay, so Grung's going off.
Very well, Grung. Just watches Grung leave. What he's gonna go? Like, just turn to like the rest and go. Wonder what he's gonna go do.
Frog things, perhaps?
Maybe needs to lay some more eggs.
Should Scratch follow him?
Let him have his privacy. Illenby will sit down and have breakfast.
Yep. So, what are you doing wandering off by yourself, Grong?
Frog things.
Yeah.
Secret frog business. I will message you.
Okay. Because I got no idea what the fuck you're trying to do at the moment, so...
Visok, my brother. Do you feel like a friendly spar? I feel like a few days of no fighting, giving me a dull edge.
I could work a few of these kinks out myself.
Excellent. We might go outside and practice for a bit.
Scratch turns to Inlandir. A wager?
On the 2 Goliaths.
Hmm.
Wasn't it that one can't hit and the other one only parries?
Pretty much. I
Perfect
think
duo.
I'd like to take Rhapsody's lead and we'll go see Leosin. So perhaps another time, Scratch.
Scratch puts the gold back in the pouch and shakes his head.
I'm not much of a betting man, unfortunately, Scratch.
Hmm.
Yeah, so what are you doing?
We're going to go and see if we can find Leosin and get some further information from him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's going?
Scratch
do
will
that.
follow along. And leave the
And-
2 Goliaths to their pitter-patter.
He's going to do sparring, are you?
Yup.
Okay.
What?
So I'll do the Rhapsody and Co first. You wander off. After about 20 minutes of searching, you find Leosin up in one of the keep towers. He seems to be packing some gear and getting ready to leave with his assistant, whatever he was, who sent
Protege,
you on
yeah.
the mission. Yeah, the trainee with him as well. They seem to be getting ready to leave pretty soon. I'm glad
followed
you've come.
I've let Rhapsody take the lead and just followed.
Yep. I'm glad you've come. I'll be leaving in a couple of hours after lunch.
You wanted to see us and talk with us about a possible job before you left.
Yes, I would like you to head back into the hatchery, into the camp, and see what you can find in the hatchery down there.
Back into the camp where both of us are tied to those poles.
If you can. Well, I'd like you to go check out the camp. You don't have to enter it. Just see what's available. Just see what's there. And if you can figure out a way to get into the cave at the back and see what these eggs that were hatching were, or if they've got treasure or something else in there, and then bring the information back to me. Doesn't have to be done immediately. Can wait a couple more days. It's waited this long. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. So
Yes, I think perhaps leaving it some time, considering the commotion that was left when we left that camp, might be wise.
probably. But I will pay you pay you each for this 200 gold when you come and meet me up in the elf area.
Is
Troll
that the
60. Yeah. Yeah, it's the city.
that's the only thing you require us to do?
See if they've left, see which direction they've gone in, to see if we know where they might be heading next. But other than that, that's what I would like you to know.
Okay.
See if they're preparing to conduct another raid, or if they've marched, or see if you can find out what's in the back of the cave there. Just when you get a chance. It doesn't have to be today or tomorrow, just don't get
Okay.
caught.
Yes, I don't feel like I'm on a stint with one of those gags in my mouth.
No fires this time.
Perhaps not. Well, I'll have to ask our companions about this before we decide if we'll go back there. We'll discuss this and see you before you leave this afternoon.
Either way, even if you don't decide, come and meet me up at Althuriel when you're done here, and I'll have more work for you up there.
How far is this ethereal from here?
Number of days on horseback.
Oh,
I don't know exactly how long it was. It was a number of months ago now. We travelled here.
very well. Well, I shall talk with my our companions, and if we happen to catch you before we leave or before you leave, we'll let you know what we've decided. And even if we don't go towards that camp, we're still welcome to come and join you up at Ethereal.
Yes. Even if you don't go down there, you're still welcome. I'll still have more work for you.
Okay.
Scratch looks at Leeson and says, "You have a dream?"
No, I have no dream.
No dreams?
No dreams. You can roll an insight to see if he's lying to you.
Scratch wanders away, just muttering Howler and Clang.
Did he have a weird dream or something?
He's had some things happen, and I should probably go check on him and make sure he's alright. I'm sorry if you'll excuse me, Lewis, and like I said, we'll come see you again before you leave, hopefully. And
Pretty well.
we'll just dodge the question and run off after Scratch.
Yep. No, I just wander out, follow as well.
Yep. Okay. So you're just Scratch. Whereabouts are you going?
I just wandered outside.
Okay.
Nowhere in particular.
Okay.
Scratch, are you alright?
Must find brothers.
We'll do our best. I can't talk for the whole party, of course, but I'll be more than willing to help you find your brothers as soon as we find a lead or something to go on.
We go east to Westgate?
It's about a month's travel.
Yes, we go.
We can go. Maybe not straight away, but we will get there.
I like, because Scratch is quite a bit shorter than me, isn't he?
4'7".
Yeah.
Scratch is nearly double my size.
I'll like kneel down, like sort of like on level with Scratch and go. I'll vow to. It may not be straight away, but I'll vow to help you. You've helped me in my time of need. I'll vow to help you find the fate of your brothers. But we may need to give it a little bit of time.
Jess?
I'll stand up.
We'll leave it there and cut over to Visok and Vernon. So you two are sparring, are you?
Yep. We are sparring.
Whereabouts are you planning to do this?
Just in the
outside
street?
the keep in a clear area.
Just two Goliaths in the street.
It would be the street or off to the side where,
I'm sure there's a training area in the keep, right?
yeah, it would be.
There'll be a training
You're true.
ground somewhere.
Is it
There is training
Goliath
grounds.
sized?
I think it's Half-Orc sized.
It's big enough to train a number of people at a time, so it would be big enough for Goliaths.
Sure, I have some music for this.
Well, it depends. Do you actually want to actually roll dice to hit each other, or do you just want to see you sparred for a while?
I don't mind. Either or.
Shay?
No preference.
Come on, let's get some dice rolls in.
Alright.
Or we can fast forward to the caravan arriving and you going to there. So
Oh, fine.
Yeah,
we'll roll. We can roll. That's
Yeah, I
fine.
won't be able to stay for
Let's
too
do
much
like a
longer.
do a single roll.
Yeah,
we'll do the caravan next week then. That's fine.
But shopping.
Oh, if it's going to take too long, then I don't care.
Yeah, I
I'll
got work
give it-
tomorrow.
I was just doing
I'll
it
give
for
us
some
20
fun
minutes
because, like,
tops
I've
most,
literally
so.
done 2 weeks now without rolling. So-
Okay, we'll roll. Make it a roll. Take it. You can each take a swing at each other. See how you go.
Who swings first?
You
Roll
both
for
at the same
initiative.
time. No, both going at the same time.
Alright. I rolled a 5. What? No, that's my damage die. Man, I keep doing that.
I
That's
rolled a
my damage
23.
die.
So I can hit my allies. That's great.
I got an 8.
So Visok charges at you with his longsword and manages to dodge your fumbled attempt, apparently at trying to hit him, and manages to slice you across the chest pretty well.
Ah, but I can cast shield.
To get your armor above 23. To get your armor to 23 or above.
I don't actually know what it does.
Yeah, it adds something.
It
to
adds
the- that's
something to your AC.
Plus 5.
That would actually get me to 23.
But that's still a hit at 23.
Oh, it hits on 23. Yep.
Either way, this goes on for a number of minutes as you parry and spar with each other for a number of minutes until you are pretty much drawn to a drawn level after 10 minutes of fighting. At this time, you hear commotion around you as people start rushing past and through, leaving the keep to go out into the main town itself. And wherever the rest of you are, you also see this as well.
I'm
That
guessing
wraps.
the caravan's arrived.
It's the amount of people, I'd guess so. We're the first caravan they've seen since that one we guarded came in.
4 nights ago.
Not that long ago.
But you get the feeling that they might have been waiting for this one for a little while.
Well, let's go and investigate.
Okay. As you leave the keep, Vernon and Visok meet up with you as well.
Does anyone see Grung?
And you...
He's off doing frog things.
Yep, Grong is still off doing frog things.
No, okay.
You leave the keep and you see at the entranceway off to one side now is a caravan of 4 caravans that have just arrived with it looks like 6 hired guards, with 6 city guards are also there that have just escorted them, and there's another 6 people who run the caravan itself.
Are we able to make it to the caravan, or is like people swarming around it, or?
There is people swarming around mainly 2 of the caravans, and they're being currently unhitched and being dragged into the street itself towards the keep. From what you can hear, this one is full of food and beer making its way through the city.
Right, so how many caravans were there?
4.
4. Okay.
Yep.
Can I roll an investigation check just to see if I can figure out what's in each one?
Go for it.
I mean, we
14.
did get told that
14.
the armors and arms and that come with this caravan, didn't we?
At least that's what you thought would coming, yeah.
Yep.
So the 2 that are going past you is full of food and beers. Mostly dried food and preserved food and flowers and the like, and quite a lot of beer is being escorted through. And the other caravans, they look more covered in and more secure, and you can see tools and weapons and arms and armor, along with stuff for repairing equipment.
I'll walk up to the caravan. Well, hi there. Do you happen to be the
Greetings.
arms merchants that have been coming to town?
You see, there's 3 ones that are dressed more nicely than the rest. Ah, yes, we would be the caravan for the new goods and weapons and equipment for the town. How might we help you?
We were wondering what you had for sale.
Ah, we have much for sale, although you don't look like farmers or tinkerers here.
No, we're an adventuring party. We guarded a caravan that came in a few days ago before, well, as you can see by the state of the town, everything happened. We've been staying here helping the townsfolk.
Excellent. Then yes, then you won't be wanting to see some of this, and he sort of shuffles away some of the stuff, like you see the stuff for repairing stuff around the farms, and that's shoved off to the side. You would be more interested in my arms and armor then, I'm assuming.
At this point, I pull out my rapier and just point it at the merchant.
Scratch.
You know that isn't. You know that isn't very nice to be pointing that at someone, and you look behind you and you see 3 guards have now got their pikes pointed at you.
And I turn it to the side and gesture towards the merchant.
You wanting a new one?
Hmm.
I'll see what I have. And he goes to the back and pulls out a trunk that he places onto the bench before you. Let's see. I have. And he pulls out a giant 2-handed axe.
Mm.
No, don't think that will do.
Too big.
Pulls out a shield that's heavily embossed with a dragon snarling on the front. No one can actually use shields, can they? Or no one uses shields?
Visok does.
Ah.
Adam does, not Visok.
No, we both can use shields.
Oh, we can
Yeah.
use it, but I don't have one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also don't have one.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
I don't
How
think anyone
convenient. There's one right here.
Here's one I prepared
Uh,
earlier.
Is it +1 to armor class shield?
It's a shield with +1, yeah. Pulls out a immaculately made chainmail set of chainmail.
Ah. I
Also-
might have a look at this.
Pulls out a longsword.
I also might have a look at that.
That's a one-handed longsword.
Yep.
Pulls out a two-handed, like a two-handed greatsword. And 2 potions of healing. So, does any of this interest any of you?
I wouldn't mind looking at the chainmail and longsword merchant if you.
However, you think of the more plate persuasion.
Unfortunately, we do not carry plate to these type of places. They don't ever buy it. And we long stopped trying to sell it here. You will find plates in one of the bigger. You will find plate in one of the bigger cities easily, but for us traveling, there's never any point. Even our guards, and you see that the guards are also just in leather and chainmail as well. It is the easiest stuff to be traveling constantly with for us.
I'll impatiently gesture with my rapier again.
I'm afraid the long one-handed sword is the best we got. We don't have a rapier.
Disappointedly sheath my rapier.
I wouldn't suppose you have any longbows.
You got a long way.
Yeah, but they might have one better than this. It is, after all, quite used and barely holding on.
It's a bit
Okay.
charred.
So I'm going to assume that the longsword is not a finesse weapon.
It could be either. I haven't decided which one it is, so
Oh.
it could be a martial or a finesse, or it could be both.
Interesting.
So the merchant disappears back and returns with a long bow as well. Turns out we did have one hiding in the back here.
Is the chainmail the only armor you have?
Besides the shield, yes, unfortunately. We weren't expecting to encounter a veteran party out here, otherwise we might have brought more with us.
Whilst the discussions are going on, I'd start to have a closer look at the longsword.
Okay. It's a +1 damage longsword.
This chainmail is armor class 16.
It would, +1, yeah. So let me just...
Ooh. 'Cause
Everything is +1, so
they're +1.
so they're all uncommon items.
So what does that mean? How would that compare to my
They're all better.
base rapier?
They're better, yeah.
They're better.
Yeah.
They do
Right.
slightly more damage.
Sure.
And how much does this chainmail cost, merchant?
So everything you see before you is 500 gold each.
500 gold.
Well, that puts me out of being able to get anything.
You're gonna have to pull some money together to buy anything, I think. We are willing to trade.
Sorry.
Scratch
Confused.
squawks.
While the others
Okay.
are all talking with that one merchant, I'll go over to one of the others, standing aside, going,
Yeah.
Do you happen to have anything for more magical persuasion?
That is not our forte. Ours is basic arms and armor and equipment for these distant farmlands.
Okay.
Magic is not their forte and never sells.
Fair enough.
Scratch pulls out a dice set and puts it next to the longsword.
Does he do this inside of me?
Probably.
No, because you've wandered off to talk to somebody else.
No, I'm assuming one merchant's talking with you guys and like a couple stay back. They would all three be in front of you showing everything.
I too am looking at this longsword.
Can I use my persuasion to see if I can encourage them to bring their prices down to, say, 450 per piece?
I mean, you could try and do a bulk buy if you really want to as well and try and get the prices down.
A bulk buy would be good. What are we
What
interested in?
I was gonna say, what are you after?
The
Longbow.
chainmail and the longsword and the longbow would be no. We don't want the shield, and I don't think there was anything else, right?
Two-handed great axe,
Ah,
two-handed
the two-handed
sword,
great.
two potions of healing, the longbow.
What's just the greatsword again?
It's a +1 200 greatsword.
And they're all 500.
Yep.
We can steal from the treasury.
You say it's in front of the merchants.
Ignore the bird. He is a bird brain.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
If we bought 3 or 4 items, merchant, would you apply a discount?
I am sure we could come to an arrangement for buying in bulk. Yes.
Vernon turns to Ilandir, sorcerer. You are the charismatic one out of us. Perhaps you should negotiate prices.
I'll look at Ilandir and say, Governor?
I'll look back at
What?
Scratch and go, why do you want the governor?
Treasury.
Vernon turns to Rhapsody. Rhapsody,
I'm sure you've
you are also charismatic, and perhaps you should negotiate prices, since the sorcerer is lost with the bird.
I had turned to talk and just Vernon just shuts him down and goes, Elanita steps back and
Mimicking in the governor's voice, the treasury is more full than I expected.
Perhaps he's saying that we could contact the governor and negotiate with him to see if he could acquire the items for us.
Scratch eagerly nods in the direction of Rhapsody.
So, what are you after exactly?
I believe it was the chain, the longsword, and the longbow.
Visok was making eyes at the greatsword as well.
This is fine. Yeah, it's not needed.
So, just the 3 or the 4 items? It is hard to tell with your group. These are all over the place.
You're not kidding.
What would the prices be if we had the 4?
If he's got the 4, I could go down to 460 each.
And if we only got the 3?
It'd be 470.
Vernon turns to the rest of the group. Would the group be willing to contribute money for this, or do people want to keep their gold for themselves?
At that price, I'm happy to pay for my own longbow, but I don't have anything spare after that. And that's if we get the 4. After that, I don't have enough if it's only for 3.
You don't have 360? 460?
I have 460. I have 468. So I couldn't get them if we only got the 3 at 470.
No. I only have 444.
How do you have so little?
I crafted the
The healing potion.
Mm. I've only got 458 because I lost 11.
You could trade in something if you really wanted to.
I put the dice on the table.
I
Yeah.
could, if we are replacing chainmail and longsword, I can swap that. I also have a crossbow.
I look at the merchant and say, magical dice.
Roll a persuasion check.
My persuasion's -1. So that's 18.
18. Well, that's a terrible, terrible roll for the merchant. 2. Magical dice, you say?
Mm.
I'll give you 25 gold for the magical dice.
Mm. Hmm. Knowing
tell
that's
you-
probably a better deal than I'm ever going to get for them, I kind of go along with that. 25.
What are you trying to buy?
I'm still looking at the longsword. If it has the potential to be a finesse weapon.
There you go. So we've got 2 of you after the longsword. 1 for the chain and 1 for the bow.
Kind of a longsword is a finesse weapon.
I'm just going along with the story.
I mean, if you want, we could make your rapier better.
Intrigued, I cock my head to the side as if waiting for more information.
We could enchant it to make it the same as these,
Hmm.
and it won't cost you as much.
How much?
To do the enchanting, we'll make it 250 gold.
Well, what does enchanting do?
We'll take his rapier and make it +1.
And can the merchant do this to anything or just the rapier?
At the moment, just the rapier.
Okay.
It takes time and it takes resources that don't necessarily carry with you all the time.
Okay. Done.
So if you hand over your rapier, we'll have it ready for you tomorrow morning.
Scratch slowly. Puts the rapier on the table.
Okay. Okay. So take out 250 gold from,
Yep. Done.
but add 25 for the dice.
Already done it.
So you're down. Illidan's dice set is gone.
Gone. Out of my inventory. So Scratch puts the coins on the table. Says, "Keep the change, you filthy animal."
I forgot how fun it is doing business with Kenkus. Thank you.
How
Yeah.
much money would you give us for this crossbow bolts, my chainmail, and longsword, merchant?
Yeah, let me just quickly. Did you also want to trade in your longbow as?
Yep, my longbow and my shortbow, because I still have both of them on me.
Okay. Oops, I've opened Az's first. Sorry.
Visok, do you want to have your great sword possibly upgraded, or are you happy?
It's from my village. I'll keep it as is.
Okay, so as you'll get 40 gold for your longbow and shortbow, bow.
Mm-hmm.
So take that off the 330 to buy the bow. 430,
Easy.
sorry.
430 done.
430, not 330.
Oh, that's a hell of a discount.
Yeah, no, it's 430, not 330. I realized it as I said it. And what were you trading in? Your chainmail and longsword.
Chainmail, longsword, crossbow, and crossbow bolts.
Okay, so that's what, 90? 90, 105, 106. So 55 gold. You'll get back. So 470, that'd be 415 you'll pay per the per item. For which are you getting, the chainmail or the?
I'm not sure yet.
Because you either got to keep your chainmail or your sword, don't you?
Yes. I'll have to discuss with the party.
And the party that we've got here with us is Scratch, Ilandir, myself,
Visok.
and Vizok. And I've pretty much
During
just spent all of mine.
during this whole trading, Ilandir, seeing no items he wanted, has been chatting with the merchants and the guards, seeing how they went on the road and if they'd seen any sign of the cultists, and hasn't really
Take
been
my
paying
gold
attention to the
bag
whole
and-
trade.
I take my gold bag and pass it to Vernon.
Thank you, brother.
And take what you need.
Thank you. With this, I can buy both.
Okay, so you're,
Ilandir, sorcerer. Do you want to put in any money towards upgrading my gear?
you got enough now to with selling your items.
Yeah,
You can buy
but-
both.
It might be nice to leave Visok with some gold, if possible.
So it will be 940 gold minus. So that'll be 895. We give it to you for 890 all up. So
Sorry, was that directed at me or not?
Yes, I asked you a
Oh.
question.
Sorry, I actually was in my mind for a moment. Sorry, what were you asking, Vernon? I was having a chat with the
Was
merchants that are
wondering
here.
if you wanted to put any money in towards upgrading my kit. If you need, I will pay you back at a later stage, or I can just be more effective on the battlefield.
How much do you need?
With Visok and my coin, we have enough. It would just be leaving Visok with some coin to play with at some stage.
Ilandir will stop to consider for a moment and reach into his pouch, pull out about 25 gold, flick it over to you. Is that enough?
It'll do, sorcerer. Thank you.
You helped me in my time of need. I think I can help you out a little bit.
That's right. We are a team.
As Grung would say if he was here, we're a tribe.
Can be a tribe.
Very dysfunctional tribe, but
We are one big happy family.
And Vernon turns back to the merchant. Here is your gold, merchant. I will take the long sword and the chainmail, please.
so you get the chainmail and the one-handed sword. As you get a plus, so you all get a so it's a +1 bow,
Mhm.
+1 sword, and +1 chainmail.
And how do I add that to my...
I'll do it after.
Oh,
if you want.
thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. A fine merchant.
And anything else I can help you with at the moment, or is that all now?
You have dreams?
Only of gold.
Good dreams.
For me, yes.
Ilandir will call out. Is there any caravans coming that might have some more magical items?
Not that I'm aware of.
Very well.
At least not anytime soon.
What is a magical item, sorcerer? What do you seek? Are you talking
Something
about
more-
wands and pointy hats?
Something more, you know, a staff that has some magical properties or something that might help focus magic, something like that.
Yeah, from what you gathered, they didn't have any
Anything that a
They didn't-
spellcaster would be interested in.
they don't have anything like that. But from your inquiries before, they didn't have any trouble coming here besides just the weather. They
Yeah.
didn't encounter any of the cultists or anything.
No cultists, no trouble on the road, easy travel.
No. Yep.
Wonder where the cultists have gone, what they're up to.
We must go back to camp.
Hmm.
Yes, perhaps this is a conversation we should have away from the merchants.
Well, Vernon's gonna head back to the keep now that he's got his new chainmail and start waxing it.
Okay. And with that, leave the caravan and head back towards the keep. And we'll call it there for the week.
Sounds good. Well, that was a good session.
Done. Minus a rapier and a frog.
Yeah, we've lost
You
our
get your
frog.
rapier in the morning.
We've misplaced him.
Mhm.
Galaxies all remember.
Grung watches VODs. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. It was a very good session tonight. Not combat crazy like we have some of our sessions. It was a nice, slow-paced, more story-driven session, which is nice. We found some interesting things about our backstories. Some members got a bit of an upgrade. Yeah. How about you guys? I thought it was a pretty good session.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
good.
very different. 2 weeks in a row, we haven't fought or killed anything.
We haven't rolled for initiative.
That's wow.
D20 was the only dice that came out of the box tonight.
Yep.
Sab will make us pay for this
Yeah,
respite
that
next
was
week, you do realise.
It's,
I hope so.
it's like when you play a computer game and they give you like healing all of a sudden.
Here's your camping spot, and here's where you get up to full health and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, like,
Yep.
what the
Sounds like
hell
a
is
Souls
happening
game.
next?
You walk into a room, there's full health, there's heaps of ammo, and then there's one doorway.
Yep.
You know what's gonna
Pick
happen.
up the music.
Yep. Or anytime you play a Resident Evil game and you find the save spot.
Yep.
Wonder what's coming next.
You never know, right? Alright, so a few shout-outs I gotta do before we end tonight. Jeff Edwards 19, thank you for that follow. Dino Adventurer, thank you for that follow. Thanks heaps to Rockamummy and Zelda Games for those raids, I really do appreciate it. Wonderful members of the Equality Stream team. If you guys haven't, go check them out. They're amazing people. I have a lot of time for both of them. Thank you, Dragonlord UK, for the follow. Miss Thumps Wow, Cyber Bogan, and Astro1716. Thank yous for those follows. Really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you everyone for being here. It's one of those things, we're running the Red Dragon DM. We're running the Hoard of the Dragon Queen module, but we leave those kind of decisions up to Sab's discretion. If we follow the book, or follow the book's exact, or whether we verge off them a little bit. So it's kind of, we do roll some homebrew rules and some homebrew decisions. So we're not limited just to what the book says, so it's one of those things, roll a little bit differently. But yeah, thanks everyone for being here tonight. Everyone's awesome as always. We'll be back again next week for another D&D session. It's next week you're not here, isn't it, Woots?
That's right.
So we won't have Woots with us next week. We'll see what happens with less party members, or maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, thanks everyone for being here. And tomorrow night, so at 8:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, I'll be doing a special one-shot for the subathon I'm running tomorrow. So I'll have mostly a different cast for that. We'll have a guest DM, a few different players. Woots will be joining us for that one, but everyone else will be different players. So we'll see a bit of different dynamics. Hype, exactly nailed it. It's gonna be good. I'm really excited to see what the one-shot's like.
So
What did you just play in the background? Words? I heard something in the background. I don't know what you
That wasn't
actually...
me.
Sure it wasn't.
That was Wes.
I was...
What did I do?
Someone played something in the background. I couldn't hear it properly. Are you playing with your soundboard, Wes?
No, not at all. No, 100%. I'm not. Not at all. No way.
Yeah, who knows what that was then.
Can play something if you like. How about that?
Yay! See, hype it up. That works.
Hey.
What's the one shot? What are you talking about?
So I'm running a one
Yeah,
shot.
I had no idea about it either.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I did put it in the Discord and everything. Shows how much you read my Discord.
Yeah, I saw that, but obviously I hadn't heard about it previously.
So we're doing a one shot for the subathon tomorrow night. So it's just going to be a one session, 4 or so hours.
Oh, okay. So I mean, you mean like just one? It's not an ongoing campaign. It's just a one single.
Just
thing.
a one single session.
Yeah,
Everything
okay,
will
cool.
start and wrap up in that one session.
Yeah, right.
So it's going to be a bit different.
Everybody dies.
Given the character I'm playing, very possible. I'm playing a quite funny one, I thought. I've rolled another silly character, because, well, it's a one-shot, you gotta have some fun. Hey, Sully, how you doing? So yeah, that'll be happening tomorrow night. I'll be starting the subathon at 10 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time, so in about 10 hours time, just over 10 hours time, we'll be starting that. So hopefully you guys, I'll see some of you guys then for that tomorrow. If not for the one shot tomorrow night, just like a bit ago. Oh, nice. Because your Sully's US, isn't he?
Sully is yes, US.
Yeah, US. I thought so. Yeah, that's not for me rambling. Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate everybody. Make sure, check out the YouTube. Always put up there all the previous sessions and future sessions will be going up on YouTube. So that we have a nice little collection for people to go catch up if they've missed a session or something. And yeah, hopefully I'll see some people tomorrow. If not, we'll hopefully see you next week for another D&D session. Continue the story. And from all of us here, have a good night, peoples. Bye.
See you.